And now to a story many New Providence residents want to hear. Bahamas Power and Light has come under fire for not updating the public on the timeline for restoration in areas of the island. B.P.L's CEO, Pamela Hill, and Executive Vice President of Generation, Transmission and Distribution, Ken Kosiba, told our news team that daily they're updating NEMA and refining their plan to get customers back up and running.
Have been providing to Minister Gibson and by extension the NEMA team is a list of all areas, at this point a pretty granular list right down to the feeder and the neighborhoods associated with those feeders, and then the number of customers who are out on those feeders. So we have provided that detail. So when I mentioned that we have 30,000 customers to go out of the 78 or so thousand, that's not just a ballpark. You can go feeder by feeder. We've got about 150 feeders in total. So we know which ones are fully restored, which ones are partial, and which ones are not at all.
We also know that for each of the areas that are not restored yet, whether it's a high voltage or a low voltage pole, and the cable we need, so we've identified all that through our list, and each day in our planning session, we go through what's left in the gap to be filled as far as work to be done, and then our crews are assigned and sent out to the different locations. So that's how we do it each day, and at the end of the day, we recover again and go through the same thing.
It's been reported that the Grand Bahama Power Company's parent company recently arrived on Grand Bahama to bolster the team there. But Power Secure and Southern's teams will not arrive here in New Providence until Friday. Hill pointed out that B.P.L's parent companies, Power Secure and Southern, were too impacted by Hurricane Matthew as well, while the parent company for Grand Bahama, Emera, was not.
They very much have been on standby right from when the storm occurred. Certainly, there was a lot of storm damage. That self-same hurricane was bearing down on them, and actually parts of their territory are still without power. The same 6 days, 7 days into it. So we're all working very hard, but I want to really convey that the very first step for B.P.L. was to make sure that we did the assessment, and we're really best skilled and best able to do that. We know all the areas where that needs to happen and where to go, so we really wanted to make sure to collect that intelligence and then phase them in.